Super stinking excited right now because I have Diane with me. We are going to be talking about cutting edge. And you guys know how I feel about, I could say whatever I want to say about products, and people do, right? That's kind of the whole problem with the world, is that people will say something does X, Y, and Z, and then you get into it and it doesn't. And my goal for you guys is just really through these videos is just to understand, what does it do? Does it actually help? And maybe it doesn't, right? Like that's where, like, you guys, I want you to hear from people that are actually in it, letting you guys know the experiences that they're having and the honest and real experiences that they're having. This isn't like flowered up or anything like that. I mean, obviously it's not flowered up. I just got back from kickboxing and I look a hot mess. This is not flowered up, right? So, Diane, thank you for coming on with me. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so what made you want to jump in to Cutting Edge in the first place?
I should have prepared an answer.
No, just an honest
No,
one is what works for me.
of course, of course. I have watched you over the years, and I first saw you on another gal's Facebook page, and I'm like, "Ooh, who's this Martha?" And got to know you that way. I feel like I know you, right? When you just watch someone you adore, you're like, "Oh, I just know them. We should hang out." So, I don't know. You just have such an energy, and I don't know. I just have loved you. So I'm like, oh, there's Martha. So
Yeah.
anyway, I watched it, watched things for a month or two, I think. And then
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember exactly when I joined. I think end of November, perhaps.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what a lot of people are doing, is they're
Hmm.
popping in and they're like, well, I'll give it 3
Hmm.
months and let's see how it goes. Or I'll give
Right.
it a month and see how it goes. And guys, I think that's actually a really wise way to do any membership, right?
Hmm.
First of all, make sure that the membership, like, this is just kind of a membership thing.
Hmm.
Make sure that the membership allows you to just do 1 month or 3 months, and you don't have to lock into a year ahead of time or whatever.
Right.
But whenever you do, just say, hey, what's the worst thing that's going to happen, right? I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're out, what, 97 bucks? And the best thing that's going to happen is you could completely change your business and your life, because we have the
Hmm.
11-day jumpstart as well. So what did you, what has happened? What's happened in your business so far and your life? Shoot.
Um, Yeah, I think the biggest thing is I've just been way more confident on social media, but more confident, but more comfortable. Maybe comfortable is the word.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's just more about connection, which it was before, right? You'd put pictures of your kids and what's going on.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe not afraid to show my face, and worry about all those things. Like you talk about, people want to see your eyeballs, they want to connect,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
And so I was joking around on a post I made in one of our groups in Goal Getters, um, that I take my best selfies about 10 o'clock at night when I still have a little makeup on. I'm like, oh, let's just take some selfies. um, but I've learned that from you, that you just connect with people. And obviously it's about serving, and that's what we want to do. And
Yeah.
uh, and business wise, I have basically, I do have people messaging me. Like, I'm not putting commercials out, I'm not putting products out. They're
Right.
just, you know, they're saying, what is this? What is this? They didn't call it Jumpstart. They called it something else. What is this thing you're doing? But it's been really great. And
Yeah.
even just connecting with people who you didn't think that you would connect with about about our way of life, right?
They come to
So,
you, right? They come
mhm,
to
mhm,
you. That's what I
mhm,
feel like, at least in Young Living, in
mhm,
my experience and what I have seen and what I do see out there, um, whenever we just kind of like go product front, like
mhm.
where it's like, hey, here's this product and it does X, Y, and Z, and buy this thing and buy this thing and buy this thing, which is what a lot of people say to do. Um,
Right.
it's it is working against people's natural tendencies. And that's the problem with it. It's not that those people are bad for doing that. I'm not saying that at all. I don't think there's any malice in it at all. But I think that there's some unknowingness in it, and in how we as humans work and how we behave and how we want to choose to buy things. And that's just not it. The way that we want to find out about things is we want to find out results-based things in what's going on in people's lives. We want to see results, and then although folks will say that people are lazy all day long, but here's the truth. People really want to reverse engineer results. When they see somebody, like if you see somebody out in the world that has the results of what you want, you will look to them and you will try to figure out how they got there. That's a natural tendency, right? And people I think it's a silly thing to assume that people are stupid and that people are lazy. I think that that's silly, and it's actually just, I really don't like it. You're not being kind. But the truth is that people really want to reverse engineer. And so whenever you share the results with them, which the results from our 11-day jumpstart are stupefying. They're jaw-dropping. It's unbelievable. And so whenever you see those results, they try to reverse engineer it into like, how did they get there? And then when they don't have enough data to reverse engineer something, then they need to come and they need to be like, okay, I give, like, what is it? What are you doing? And that's typically the way in which they message too, which is so funny. I had somebody actually message me the other day, and he's like, fine, I'll bite. What's going on? And I'm like, I'm not even, I never even told you, like, I didn't even like do a call to action for that or anything, but it's just really, it's funny, but it's the way in which people want to buy. And from a marketing perspective, we have to understand, we have to understand human behavior, and we have to understand marketing, and we have to also understand that they can change on a daily or weekly basis, that behavior changes rapidly because of outside circumstances. And if you don't understand that change, then you can't bob and weave with it. And so in Cutting Edge, just for people that are watching this, that are like, what is going on in there? Yeah. I give you guys prompts on what to do every day. And some of those prompts are goofball prompts, right? Like they're prompts that grow your audience. They're prompts that kick up your algorithm. Some people will look at the prompts and be like, what are they even asking? Who gives a rip? Like we're doing things that are engaging people. And then whenever that engagement happens, then they'll see the next time you talk about the 11-day jumpstart. They'll see the next time that happens. Like that's what there's strategy behind it. It's not just stupid stuff that we're posting. It's all based on human behavior today, right now, not what worked 6 months ago even, but what's working right now. And so in your own business, you've seen people coming to you. Have you had some people go through the Jumpstart yet?
Yes, I have.
And what are some experiences there?
They've really, really liked it. One was my brother, who we just don't see each other very often. You know, we're 3 hours away, and you know how your lives get busy and different paths. I mean, not really that different, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But he's cute. He just texted me and said, hey, the first 6 days I lost 6.5 pounds. I don't have acid reflux anymore. And and then I saw him later. He's like, thank you for showing me this new way of eating. Like I had no idea. And it's huge, you know?
It's huge.
Yeah.
It allows our bodies to heal themselves, guys. Like that's our body's desire to be happy and healthy. And our bodies are constantly trying to be happy and healthy, but they need for us to make some choices that allow them to be able to heal themselves. I love that. Yeah, so what are you excited about for the future in your business? Like, what do you see happening down the line in your business?
I just want to keep on this path, helping
Yeah.
people with wellness and but doing it, I guess, doing it more comfortably,
Yeah.
like being able to just connect more, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many signups have you gotten in the last, like since November?
Since November, I think 6.
6. Nice.
But that's with premium starter kits and then some of them are on loyalty rewards, reordering so they can do it
That's what I
again.
was going to ask. How many are
Yes.
reordering?
Um, I think half of those.
That's
About
typically the
half. Yeah.
thing. Okay.
Hmm.
So just so you guys have some data that are watching, it's typically between 50 and 70% that will get
Hmm.
onto loyalty rewards and reorder. So with contests like Kona, a lot of times you'll see some leaders bring in a ton of people, but then those people don't reorder. And so it's not like real growth. It's like quick fake growth and then it bottoms out again because there isn't the reason to reorder, quite frankly. Like they haven't been onboarded, they haven't been given the reason, they haven't been actually set on the lifestyle of. And so that's what we want to do is make sure that the people coming in, and it's typically that is the percentage, 50 to 70%
Exactly.
of the people jump onto loyalty rewards. So of the people that you're signing up, most are
Hmm.
sticking. And that is
Hmm.
like, oh, that's growth
Hmm.
on, and I hate to say on steroids when talking about YL because we don't like steroids,
No,
but
it's fine. Yeah.
it's growth. It's growth. It's super big growth. Like, ah. So anyway,
Yeah.
well, thank you, Diane,
Hmm.
for coming on with me.
Hmm.
If you heard that there was somebody looking at cutting edge and they were kind of like, well, should I not? What would you suggest to them? Or just what would you say to them?
I would say it's worth it. You would love it. Just try it. Give it a few months
Yep.
and plan on hanging around. You'll cover it. You'll get it covered in what you're able to do
Yeah.
with premium starter kits, helping people get started with their wellness. So
There it
yeah,
is. There it
yeah,
is.
mine's been covered every time, so it's good. Yay!
Let's go.
Yeah, let's
Awesome.
go.
Well, thank you, Diane. Everybody else, you have the best day ever, and I will see you later. Bye bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.